Viral Science, the home of creativity.
Hey friends, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll show you how to make a home automation system with Blink 2.0 application. And one special thing which I like about Blink 2.0 is that we can set our Wi-Fi credentials directly with the Blink application in the smartphone, so we don't need to enter our SSID or password and hard code it in the code. So we can directly set with the smartphone itself. That's the special thing about Blink 2.0 which I like. And in this video I'll also show you how to reconfigure your Wi-Fi network which is already set inside our home automation system. I'll show you how you can reset the Wi-Fi connection inside it and enter your new Wi-Fi connection details through the smartphone to our home automation system. And I'll show you a demo how this system works. You can control this whole system with your Blink application on the smartphone like this. And if you have internet connectivity cutoff, you can also control it with the manual switches. And even you can control it with your TV remote. So if you like this video, then do hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such video. And let's get started with this video.
Now follow the circuit diagram if you are using off-the-shelf components like 8-channel relay module, ESP32 board, push buttons, IR receiver. But I will be using my personal designed PCB for this project. So to order this PCB, we have to visit jlcpcb.com. jlcpcb.com is also the sponsor of this project, and it provides good quality of PCBs at very cheaper rates. So visit jlcpcb.com, sign in with your ID and click on quote now. Add your Gerber file over here. The links for the Gerber file will be on my blog, so you can get these files from there. After uploading this PCB file, select the quantity, how much you want, and select the color of your PCB board. After selecting the quantity and color, select on Save to Cart and place your order. In few days I received my PCBs which were nicely packed inside this box. So now let's open this covering. So as you can see, the quality of PCB looks very good. So now we'll quickly collect all the components which are required for this PCB. So I've listed them here, and after getting all this, we will assemble these components on our PCB board and start the soldering process. So now I have soldered all the components on our PCB board, and now it's time to connect the ESP32 board on this PCB. As you can see, this version of PCB has a very good labeling of all the pins which are connected to relays, switches and other components.
So first we'll configure the Blink. Visit this website and log in with your details. If you don't have an account, you can create one for yourself. Now go to templates, and here create add new template. Now over here give the name of your template. I am giving ESP32 home automation. Select the board as ESP32 and select the network as Wi-Fi and click on done. Now you will get your template ID and device name on the screen. Copy this to a notepad because we'll require this later in the coding section. Now after copying, go to data streams. Here click on new, select virtual, and over here we'll give name as switch 1. We'll select the virtual pin as V1. We'll select integer as a data type, and default value we'll select as 0 and click on create. Similarly, we have to create 9 such virtual pins. We'll select from V1 to V9. So after configuring all the data streams, we'll visit to web dashboard, and over here drag the switches to our dashboard. We'll drag 9 such switches and hover to any one of the switch and click on settings. Over here we'll give the title, that is switch 1, and we'll select data stream as switch 1 v1, and we'll set on and off variables to display, and we'll click on create. Similarly, we have to configure all the switches. Now we are in the mobile dashboard. We need to download Blink 2.0 application from Play Store or App Store and click on the save button on the top right. This will save all the settings which you did on the dashboard. Now open the Arduino IDE. First we'll upload the small code to receive the IR values from our IR remote. So select the board, that is DoIT ESP32 board, and select the port and upload the code. At the time of uploading, press the boot button for 1 to 2 seconds and it will start flashing the code into ESP32. Now after uploading the code, we'll open the serial monitor, select the baud rate as 9600, and we'll press the buttons on the R remote one by one and it will give its hexadecimal values to us. Now copy all this value to a notepad because we'll need this later in the main code where we will be setting the IR remote calls. So this is our main project code. So first we need to install the libraries which are required in this code. I have provided the link as well, so you can go and download it and add in the libraries folder. So now we'll need to copy this template ID. So we can go to templates and click on our template, and here we find the IDs. If you didn't note it before, then you can get it from here. Copy the statements as it is and replace it. Now in the second tab, Blink EDGent, we'll enter all the hexadecimal of IR remote over here. So we'll copy it one by one. I have already did it. So you can replace this value with your remote values. So you need to do this settings only. Now we'll select the board, that is DoIT ESP32. We'll select the port and we'll upload the code. And again the same thing, while the uploading we have to press the boot button for 1 to 2 seconds and it will start flashing the code. Now download the Blink IoT application if you haven't downloaded yet and click on open. Now sign in with the same ID which you are using in the dashboard. Now over here we'll click on developers mode and here you will find the template. Click on your template which you made. And now we'll click on the add button on the right side, top right side. Now click on the add icon on the top right side and we'll add the buttons. We'll add 9 such buttons. You can arrange all this button on your screen anywhere you want. You can even resize these buttons as well. Now after adding the 9 buttons, click on any one button. We'll click on the first button and we'll give the title. If you want, I am giving the switch 1. And now we'll select the data stream. For the button 1 we selected V1 as the data stream and we'll select the mode as switch, and now click on the back button. Even if you want, you can change the colors of the button, but I am keeping the default for now. And we'll configure the same for all the switches. Just we'll change the data stream and the title. So for the second switch, we'll select data stream as switch 2. Similarly, we'll do it for all the 9 buttons. So now let's come to the hardware part. You can use this push buttons as well, or even you can use the switches that is used in our homes. So anything will be fine. I will provide the code for both of this. Now on the PCB, you can connect the switches to this header pin, or even you can connect it to the specific terminals for the switches which I have provided in the PCB. So these are the terminals. I have labeled it as well, so you can connect all the switches one by one over here as well. So now we'll configure the Wi-Fi network into our ESP32 board. So I have powered on the ESP32 board. You can see the red light is turned on and you can see the blue light is blinking. It means that it is not connected to Wi-Fi network yet. So now bring up your smartphone and open the Blink application. Make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on. Now on the top right side, you will find 3 dots and click on add new device. Over here, click on connect to Wi-Fi and click on ready. Now this will search for the Wi-Fi network by Blink. So here we have got the Wi-Fi network from Blink. Tap on it and it will get connected to it. Now it will find the available Wi-Fi networks. So here I have found my home Wi-Fi network. Now click on this network. So my ESP32 will get connected to this. Enter the password of this network. And after this, click on continue. So now the ESP32 board is getting configured with this Wi-Fi credentials and it will get connected. So as you can see, the blinking of the blue light has stopped. So it means the Wi-Fi is connected to our ESP32 board. Click on continue, next, done, and okay, great, and click on finish and exit. So in this way we have configured a Wi-Fi network to our ESP32 board via Blink application. So if you press any of the buttons, you can see the corresponding LED light turns on. It means it's working. So by any chance, if you want to reconfigure your Wi-Fi network, or if you have got a new setup for the Wi-Fi connection at your home, or if you want to connect to a different network, then this cannot be done by re-uploading the code again, because these credentials are stored in the flash memory and it cannot be deleted by re-uploading the code. So for this, if you see the code and open the settings.h tab, you will find the board button pin that is configured to 34 pin. I have set it as a 34 because I have a 34 pin idle on my PCB board. You can set this to any of the pin which you have idle. Now by connecting this pin 34 with ground for 10 seconds, the ESP32 will erase all the previous Wi-Fi credentials and set up itself into a setup mode where you can again set up all the Wi-Fi credentials. You can even set up a push button for this by connecting it to pin 34 and the ground. So in my PCB, I already have a header which is connected to pin 34. So I will connect it to pin 34 and the ground via a jumper. You can even use a push button, but I will be using a jumper for this thing. And now I will connect this jumper from pin 34 to ground for 10 seconds, and you can see the blue light on the ESP32 board will start flashing, so it will be in the setup mode again. So now again open the Blink application, click on the top 3 button, click on add new device, and over here click on connect, and again you will find the Blink hotspot and connect to this Wi-Fi network. Again it got connected, and follow the same procedure which we did before. It will connect to a Wi-Fi network which you have. Enter the password and click on continue, and it will get connected. After connecting, you can see the blinking of the LED stops, and now the ESP32 is connected again.
So this is how you can reconfigure the Wi-Fi network on the ESP32 board via Blink 2.0. So now as our PCB has a 220 volt to 5 volt DC converter, so I am directly using a 220 volt input to our PCB, and this is a very high voltage current, so be very careful while doing this. Make sure you do it under adult supervision because this is very risky as our PCB is exposed from the bottom side, so don't try to touch it when the connection is live. So after connecting these two pins, we'll connect a bulb holder. So cut one of the end of the bulb holder, I mean one of the wire of the bulb holder, and connect it ends to the relay. Relay will act as a switch to turn on and off, so you can connect it accordingly. So now as you can see, our project is fully completed. I have set up everything on my desk and now we'll test it. So I have powered on the circuit. As you can see, the light is blinking in the beginning and now it glows to solid light. It means it has connected to Wi-Fi network. Now you can see by pressing the buttons on the Blink application, the corresponding lights turns on and off. So you can even turn the same lights with the switches as well, and you can see the live feedback on the Blink application. So now I will disconnect the Wi-Fi network and we'll test it with the manual switch and the IR remote. So I have turned off my Wi-Fi. So in few seconds you can see the Wi-Fi will go off. So now my mobile is disconnected from the Wi-Fi, and you can even see the blinking of the blue light also started on the ESP32 board. It means it has disconnected from the Wi-Fi, and now we can test it with the IR remote and the manual switches in the offline mode. So now as you can see, the TV remote is also working great to control these lights, and even you can control it with the manual switches if you are not connected to internet. So friends, if you like this video, then do hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I will see you in the next one.
Do subscribe and press bell icon to get instant notification for new video.